Good old dandelions, Taraxacum officinale. This is how I do my tinctures. So, you get dandelions out the garden, you dig them up by the roots, yeah, get as much root as you can, have a good dig around the root, and then try your best to get it complete and try not to break it off. Unfortunately, sometimes that does happen, but that's fine. And what we're doing is we're going to cut off any dead leaves or any dead dandelions that have passed it. Normally, any healthy dandelions are keep. Yeah. And what we do then is we cut off the good leaves and we put them to one side. They'll be washed and put in the dehydrator. And then the roots will be washed and they will be chopped up and put in the dehydrator too. But I'm going to make a dandelion tincture for you today. And obviously you make it out of fresh or dried. I'm making it out of fresh today. And all you do is you put vodka in it, leave it for 6 to 8 weeks, and it absolutely draws all of the health properties out of there. I think it's A, C, D, K. I mean, there's loads. I'll really research it and I'll let you know. But right now I'm just showing you what I'm doing. This is the prep work for it. It all takes time, but you know what? These so-called weeds may be a lifesaver to you or your family one day when we can't access any pharmaceutical drugs, because I don't want that in me ever again, any pharmaceutical drugs. I don't know how you feel, but that's just my choice. So this is what I'm doing, and I'll make a dandelion root tincture, I'll make a dandelion leaf tincture too, and I'll make a dandelion flower tincture as well, because each of the roots, leaves and flowers contain different properties, and I'll go into that in a minute. Is that okay? So yeah, so you just pull the dead ones off, obviously, and then you just chop off the good leaves. I'll have to put the phone down because and then you keep the root, and then you give the root a good clean as well. Yeah, so I'll show you in a minute. There you go. So a big bowl of dandelion leaves and a big bowl of roots. How amazing is that? Medicine in nature. And what I do, obviously, I don't believe in spraying weeds with weed killer, because why would you kill weeds that are good for you? So I soak them in bicarb soda for about 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes, just to get any nasties that may have fallen from the sky. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll rinse them off, rinse the bicarb off and leave them to dry. And then I'll do the same with the roots, rinse them off, leave them to dry a bit, and cut them into smaller pieces so they go in the dehydrator. Now I've washed the leaves in some bicarb soda and rinsed them again. I'm now going to place them into the jar or any container as long as it's glass, and fill up to about 3/4 of the way full. Just making sure there isn't any leaves that have decomposed or lost the colour. Any rotted leaves, you don't want any rotted leaves rotting away in there. So. Nice green leaves. Just make sure you pat them dry a bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up to about 2/3 of the way in your container, your glass jar. It can be any glass jar, guys. You can get a jam jar, coffee jar, anything, as long as it's glass. I'm going to fill that up about 3/4 of the way. So this is all fresh, it hasn't been dried. Straight from the garden. Straight in there. So you don't want to fill it too full, because what we don't want is any leaves sticking out at the top and going brown or getting oxidised, you see, with the air from the top. So we're going to do that about 3/4 full. Happy with that? And then we get some vodka. Ugh. I used to drink that rubbish. Right, so you put it about 3/4 of the way. And what the vodka does, you see, you can do it with gelatine as well. I've got gelatine because that's really good for any minors, obviously. Can't drink vodka. Just 1 second. Open another bottle. Hold on, I'll have to stop this and open another bottle. So, it's going to use quite a bit. You're filling the vodka up to the top as much as you can, because we don't want any air getting in, as you see. So then oxidising. Okay, I might top it up with a little bit more vodka. But you can see in there, and what will happen is the vodka will start drawing out all of the properties and nutrients in the dandelion leaves. Incredible. And we'll leave that for 6 to 8 weeks. Shake it every day, every couple of days, just to mix it about a bit. And Bob's your uncle. Sort that out in a minute. It's very awkward to do with one hand. There we go. Okay, and that is your dandelion tincture. I'll get some more vodka so that all the leaves are covered at the top. You give it a good shake. And obviously it'll need topping up with vodka as time goes on, because obviously it'll get absorbed into the leaves and you'll keep having to top it up a little bit. So push it down, let all the air out. See all the air coming out? Bubbles at the top. And that, my friends, is your dandelion leaves tincture. Boom! So what we do then is we put the other rest of the leaves that aren't going in the tincture in the dehydrator, because we're going to dry these. I'm going to store them for any dandelion tea or any tinctures in the future. You can even put them in any green smoothies you make as well. It's just full of vitamins. So that's what we do. We put them in the dehydrator. Like that, spread them out. Doesn't matter if there's a tiny bits of dirt in it, you know what I mean? We have other people trying to do that for us. Anyway, so there we go. There you go, so you chop up all your dandelion roots. Give them a good wash, but it doesn't matter if there's a bit of soil on it. It won't harm you, will it? And just fill up about 3/4 full and fill to the top with vodka, just making sure there's no air bubbles in the top. Give it a good shake. And leave it for 4 to 6 weeks. Give it a little stir, a little shake every couple of days. And that should soak all the alcohol up. And it will draw out all the goodness. Beautiful. See the little thread that runs through the taproot in the middle. See the round? Amazing, isn't it? And that, my dears, is medicine in nature. Good old Taraxacum officinale, dandelion root. Beautiful. Thank you, Mother